This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. This is, of course, Solomon. He says this: that which has been is what will be. That which is done is what will be done. And there is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which it may be said, see, this is new? And I'm sure that you Bible scholars, you've read that many times before. You've heard it spoken on, taught on, preached on. What Solomon was talking about was cycles. There are cycles. There are repeating cycles, sometimes indiscernible cycles that happen. For example, the very basic cycle that we know about is the summer, winter, spring, and fall, right? We know that when it's winter, you generally don't plant crops because crops tend to be averse to cold weather or to extreme weather. We know that typically when it's spring, that's when you plant because the soil is right, it's soft. We know that generally speaking in the summer, it's going to be hot. So we know these things and we make adjustments in our activity based upon what season we're in. So here's the thing. Globally, spiritually, on a much larger scale, on a macro scale, there are cycles, repeating and reoccurring cycles that are happening that affect our struggle as a people, that affect really, I'm speaking to Black people, but this truth that I'm speaking by way of revelation, not trying to be spiritual. I'm telling you what the Lord has given me to say. This truth applies to all human beings. Our goal has to be to, first of all, understand that there are cycles. Secondly, to perceive where we are in the cycle, to make sure that we're not trying to plant corn in the dead of winter, or to make sure that we're not on the way to the beach in the middle of a snowstorm. I'm using illustrations and metaphors, but I think you can follow. So what determines what's appropriate in terms of our reaction, in terms of our plan, is first of all discerning what the season is. Jesus in the book of Mark talked about this to the Pharisees. He says, you can look at the color of the sky and say it's going to be rain tomorrow, it's going to be good weather, but you cannot discern the signs of the time. So the question is, I know that the year is 2023, but the question is to Black people, to all people, to the United States citizens, who, if we're being objective, the United States is in a state of political turmoil, but the world is, right? I mean, Gaza, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, China, Taiwan, the world is in a topsy-turvy state. But the question is, what season are we?